YouTube, I'm back. If you've not been here before, I'm Kat, this is Ina, and together we are one girl and her dog. Anyway, today I'm at Padley Gorge, the fairy glen of the Peak District. It's just a beautiful little place, this is. Probably the most photographed place at this time of year in the whole of the Peak District. A steep-sided gorge, ancient woodland, and an old cart horse track winding its way through the steep valley. So we're going on a magical mystery tour. I absolutely love it here. It's one of my favourite places. It's great for a bit of foraging, so fingers crossed on that. And yeah, do a bit of photography. And then we're going to get back to the car and grab the rucksack and then go find the camp spot. And what more could you want on a sunny day? It's like a photographer's wet dream. That made me laugh so much I almost blew a snot bubble. Anyway, right, I'll see you in a minute. It's like a kid hopping from stone to stone. Whee! Just on the way back to the car. Go and grab the rucksack and find my camp spot for tonight. Shouldn't take too long to get back because it's all downhill. And if you do it as a straight walk, it's probably like 15 minutes. It's not actually that long a gorge. It's just so pretty. It's easy to spend a couple of hours in here, which is what I've just done, just taking loads of photos. Oh, I wish I had a decent camera. I wish I could get like the shutter speeds and the ISO and everything right so I could do the nice silky water. I tried. I will put my best effort on the screen now. Found a lovely little amethyst deceiver, look. There's not much of it. If I find another couple, well, maybe I'll get them. Because they are good eating, apparently, these things. Let's see if I can find any more. Oh, that's a lovely specimen, look. Fly agaric. Not really edible. Not unless you want to get high. The sun's getting very low now. Just getting up into the old quarry now. bit windy though today, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to have a fire. It might be a bit too windy. It's a lovely place though. I'll show you, hang on. You can see this is a bit of a wild camping haven around here. Also foraging haven. Lots of birch, lots of grass. You do tend to find a lot of fly agarics up here. Oh, that looks like it was a babelet there. On here, was it? Oh no, it's gills. Ooh. See strange buildings in the woods. I think it's an old pump house or something like that. Looks like there might have been like a mill wheel or something. There's two holes opposite each other in the wall. Who knows? Old mill wheels. I think this will do nicely as a little camp spot. Nice little fire pit. It's a bit windy, so I may not have a fire, but we shall see. Nice little view. Ah, it'll do for the night. It will. What do you reckon, Pooch? Yeah, you thirsty? You got some water? Yeah, alright. There you go. Want some? Someone's already put a fire pit here. It is a bit windy, so I may not have a fire. And a nice little view to wake up to. Not too shabby. Right, fire pit's nearly there. So as you can see, I've actually dug down a good few inches of a finger's width, finger's length depth. And the reason to do that is to check that there's no roots like this. Because if you have a fire, that root could potentially start burning and backtrack, and you end up with more fire. So although this isn't like a peaty area, so a lot of the peat district is peat, and that is really, really bad to have a fire. Don't have a fire anywhere near peat. As you can see, this is quite sandy, so you want to dig down below the kind of the detritus layer where you've got all the leaves and stuff. So you want to dig down until you've actually got earth. And you can see I've got earth here, but I've got a big stick, a big root, so I'm going to get rid of that. There you go. So I've just pulled that out there. So yeah, we should be good to go now. Just get rid of these little tiny baby roots. Again, these can all burn, so just pull them all out and they should be good to go. There we go. Put the rock back. There we go. As you can see, I've got a bit more of height at the back, which is the prevailing wind. I've covered over the grass around the edges with the dirt that I've dug out, just to protect the grass a bit. And then when I've done with this, all those stones are going to get scattered, it's all going to get filled in, and you won't even notice there. It'll be better than when I got here. Okay? Right, got a bit of wood. Plenty there for me for tonight, just for a bit of cooking. Don't need a bonfire. Right, better get this tent up. I've decided to go here. It's important to look up, make sure that there's no widow makers up there, which there doesn't seem to be. And these two are nice big silver birches, unlike some of these skinny ones that are swaying about in the wind. So I feel a little bit more confident with these two. Right, Are you going to help me get the tent up, hey? Hey? Oh, you just want your dinner, don't you? Oh, well, you're going to have to wait. Shelter's more important, babes. It is. Oh, no. Oh, that face. If you could see what I'm seeing. Still rocking the trusty Scarp. I love this tent. In my opinion, this is very close to being the perfect tent. Very close. Meh. What would I change? What would I change if I had this tent? I would make it out of DCF, Cuban fibre. Then it'd be even lighter. And I'd bring the sides down a little bit further. You can get it down to the ground, but it's a bit of an effort, and I think that would be a bit of an improvement in my eyes. Just an extra like inch of fabric would make all the difference. But like this, 1.3 kilos. I mean, that's just super lightweight for the space that you have and how robust it is. It's very hard to beat. In fact, I would like to see this head to head with a Hilleberg, either the Acto or the Alak. So if anyone's watching that's got one of those two tents and you fancy a camp with me in some wind over the winter, let's do it. Let's see how they perform. I'm going to try these pegs that come with the Alpkit Elan bivvy. They look remarkably like the MSR groundhogs, don't they? Seven pegs. It's an odd number to have, isn't it? 7. So to give you some comparison, this is the MSR groundhog style tent peg. Remarkably similar. I have to say, really like it. First impressions, just goes into the ground through the rocks just like butter, and doesn't seem to bend. These are the top tent pegs. Apparently Cumbrian lads found 2 of mine, so I'm now up to 4. So cheers Paul for that. As you can see, these are really long, but they're actually hollow. Makes them nice and lightweight, also makes them very easy to break, I found, and bend. So I'm not a massive fan of those, I have to say. And these are my standard tent pegs. These are my old Coleman tent pegs, but these have lasted me probably 2-3 years. I've only got a couple of bent ones. Again, these grow into the ground around the rocks just like butter and don't seem to bend very easily. Very similar to the DD tarp pegs, which are like a gold colour of these. They seem to bend a little bit more easily. Sorry, DD tarps. So on the menu tonight we've got a nice bit of rump steak there, and we're going to have some mushrooms stuffed with mustard and cheese, and there's some tomatoes with a little bit of vinegar and herbs, and some tatties just chopped up dead small so that they will actually cook. I'm just going to fry those up basically. I've decided that I'm not going to have a fire because I just don't trust this wind. It's, you know, it's really still for a little bit, and then there's just quite a good sort of gust that will rip through, and I just don't. I think if you question whether it's safe to have a fire, you shouldn't have a fire. Yeah, it might be okay tonight, and might be is not good enough. So I'm going to use my Trangia and cook on that. So I'll have to put right the fire in the morning, but it does go to show, folks, like, don't be afraid to change your plans. Even though I put all that effort into doing the fire pit, it's, you know, I've decided it's not going to be safe because of the wind. So, you know, don't be silly. Make sure that you're safe. If you have to question it, then it's not going to be safe. Okay. Anyway, I need to prep my food. just got my little Victorinox knife just to halve the tomatoes. Nice and sharp, this knife. It's probably sharper than my kitchen knife, to be fair. Okay, chop the tatty up. I'm just going to like cube them, sort of. Okay, that'll do. Put the knife away. Put you guys up there. These are little pots from Boots, by the way, in their travel section. These are brilliant, and they're actually stackable. So I've got another set that's like all the different like herbs and stuff. But yeah, ideal size for stuff like this. So a little bit of mustard in each. That's probably a bit too much. In each one. I love mustard. I've already grated the cheese and put it in a sandwich bag. Shove a bit in each one. Okay, give that a little stir about. We'll get those cooking, and we'll get the tomatoes done, and then do the steak last, and then just quickly heat this lot back up again. Right, it's time to get the steak on the go. This looks like a good bit of steak. Steak. I've got some peppercorn sauce. I've got enough fuel to heat it up. Might have to just chuck it all in the pan. Right. Okay, that's about as cooked as I want it. And get a bit of good old Aldi's peppercorn and brandy sauce on the go. Let's get that heated up. I don't need much really, that'll do. There we go, that didn't take long, did it? Oh, not by you, for you anyway, but it really didn't take long for me either. I'm just going to eat it out of this because I forgot to bring my plate. That looks pretty good, right? I didn't put balsamic on the tomatoes, but never mind. Nice, medium rare, perfectly done by my standards. Yum. I'll have to say, in all honesty, that is pretty damn good. The balsamic and oregano on the tomatoes, yum. Mustard and cheese on the mushrooms, yum. Steaks perfectly cooked, peppercorn sauce, yum. And potatoes, again a little bit of oregano on them, and fried. Yeah. Not far off restaurant standard, I have to say. For those of you who might question Zena's appetite after seeing her hesitate with the burger, it is actually just because she's quite well trained. So she knows that this steak bit's for her. Down in one. That's it. It's all gone. Oh, anybody would think you never get fed, dog, eh? Right. Oh. It's about 9 o'clock. I'm probably going to put something on the Kindle and just chill out with Pooch. Zena's looking very relaxed in her PJs. See the eyebrows going. She's still awake. Morning. Ah, it's Slept alright, to be honest. Yeah, it was a bit windy last night. I'm glad I didn't have the fire, because yeah, it wasn't the weather for it. And by the sounds of it, it's a bit rainy and miserable outside, which is a bit of a bummer because I didn't bring my waterproofs. I haven't got my down jacket. I've had that jacket for nearly a year and never worn it in the rain. So let's hope it stops. Maybe my jacket is like a good omen or something. It's like it will stop by the time I need to walk home. Oh, but yeah. Let's get up, get a brew on, see what it's like outdoors. Should we go and have a look? Come on then. Hi. It's not the nicest of mornings, but it's not the worst, I suppose. I suppose you want your breakfast, don't you? Breakfast. Just get the morning brew on. Well, it's on a rolling boil. Didn't need to be quite that hot, but there you go. Lovely morning. It's quite peaceful actually, quite relaxing. Just listening to the rain on the tent and knowing I'm the only person around for, I can't really say miles, but ain't nobody else around here. No one's going to be walking past here anytime soon, I can tell you that. Time to get this fire pit squared away. Can't believe I put all that effort in not to use it, but you know, I'd rather do that than end up setting the forest on fire. Leave no trace. Told you I'd leave it better than I found it. Looks alright, doesn't it? Little shrubbery. Well, it's just a grass mound, but looks a lot better than it was, that's for sure. Alright, time to get on the way then. It is still raining, so I probably won't do that much filming on the way back, unfortunately. Might not even stop for a sausage cob because I'll probably be drenched by the time I get down there, but we'll see. Right, see you in a bit. Bag all packed up. Time to get on the way, get this tent down and go and get wet. No, this way. I wonder what this thing was, look. Maybe some sort of bridge. And some more stonework there. More weird buildings in the woods. Not quite sure what this one is, but it's got some hefty cameras on there. Another one over there. Another one up there. I wonder what it is. Top secret bunker. That's just a water pumping station, but oh, it's got a green button. I'm really tempted to press the green button, but I'm not going to. Looks like it's got like these security swipe type things or something. What's in there? Back in the car. Sorry I didn't do too much filming, as you can tell it's still raining. It was a very, very wet walk back. Anyway, I'm going to get on the road and see you on the next camp. Next one's going to be a good one. Out with Amy again. Got a little body mission, so stay tuned. See you soon. Bye.